The Whispering Shadows. In the secluded town of Black Hollow, surrounded by endless forests and suffocating mist, stood an ancient house known as the Withers Manor. The townsfolk whispered of curses and vanished travelers, but dared not speak openly about what truly happened behind its rotting walls. Evelyn, a journalist desperate to escape obscurity, arrived in Black Hollow one dreary October evening. Determined to uncover the truth about Withers Manor, she ignored the locals' warnings and ventured into the decrepit mansion with only her camera and flashlight. The air inside was thick with the scent of decay. Faded portraits of grim-faced ancestors lined the walls, their eyes seeming to follow Evelyn as she moved. The floors creaked beneath her boots, and the oppressive silence was broken only by the distant sound of dripping water. As Evelyn explored, she noticed strange carvings on the walls, symbols etched deep into the wood. They pulsed faintly under her flashlight, a sickly red that made her skin crawl. Her camera captured the symbols, but when she reviewed the footage, the symbols appeared to writhe and shift, as if alive. In one room, she found a dusty mirror. Her reflection looked back with an expression that wasn't her own. A twisted grin stretched across its face. Startled, Evelyn stumbled back, but her reflection didn't move. Instead, it leaned forward, its grin widening until the corners of its mouth split open, revealing rows of jagged teeth. "Leave," it hissed, its voice a guttural echo that reverberated in her skull. Evelyn fled deeper into the house, her heart pounding. The halls seemed to stretch endlessly, shifting and twisting as though the house itself was alive. Shadows writhed in the corners of her vision, whispering her name. She tried to convince herself it was just the wind, but the whispers grew louder, more insistent. She found herself in a room she hadn't entered before, though it felt disturbingly familiar. A single chair sat in the center, facing a gaping hole in the wall that pulsed like a beating heart. Drawn by an unseen force, Evelyn approached, her flashlight flickering. A hand, pale and impossibly long, emerged from the hole, followed by a figure draped in shadows. Its face was featureless, save for a wide mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth. "You've seen too much," it said, its voice like nails on a chalkboard. Evelyn tried to scream, but her voice was swallowed by the oppressive darkness. The figure lunged, and the world went black. Days later, the townsfolk found Evelyn's camera on the doorstep of Withers Manor. The footage showed her terrified face as she whispered, "It's coming." Behind her, a shadowy figure loomed, its mouth stretched into an unnatural grin. No one ever saw Evelyn again, but on moonless nights, the locals claim they can hear her screams, mingling with the whispers of the shadows. And those brave enough to approach the manor swear they see her reflection in the cracked windows, forever trapped in its cursed walls.